From failed launches to making history, SpaceX has rewritten the rulebook of space exploration. But what about the financial side of this trailblazing company? How has SpaceX managed to rise from near bankruptcy to becoming one of the most valuable private companies in the world? Today, we'll take you on a journey of SpaceX's financials, their profits, losses, and even their mysterious position on the stock market. In 2002, Elon Musk launched SpaceX with a bold vision to make space travel more affordable and eventually colonize Mars. But the financial hurdles were massive. Musk famously invested his own money into the company after the early failures, spending over $100 million in the initial years to keep the company afloat. At the time, SpaceX was hemorrhaging money, and the idea of competing against aerospace giants like NASA, Boeing, and Lockheed Martin seemed almost impossible. But by 2010, SpaceX started turning the corner. With the success of the Falcon 9 and Dragon spacecraft, the company secured a significant partnership with NASA. This not only brought in lucrative government contracts, but also established SpaceX as a serious player in the commercial space industry. In 2012, when SpaceX became the first commercial company to deliver cargo to the ISS, they secured more than just credibility, they secured income. SpaceX's contract with NASA, valued at billions of dollars, would be the key to its financial stability in the following years. As SpaceX continued to prove itself, investors started taking notice. In 2012, the company raised $1 billion in funding, making it one of the most valuable private companies in the world. This influx of capital allowed them to scale up, develop the Falcon Heavy, and work on the Starship program. The company's ability to innovate and land contracts like NASA's resupply missions and the Commercial Crew program helped them gain both financial backing and a strong market presence. By 2018, SpaceX was valued at around $25 billion, and it continued to grow. Investors like Google and Fidelity were pouring money into the company, betting on its future potential. This was just the beginning. However, the road wasn't without its challenges. Despite the tremendous progress, SpaceX faced massive financial hurdles, especially in its early years. The company had regular burn rates and required consistent funding to stay afloat, with Musk famously pumping millions of his own fortune into SpaceX to keep it from going under. The Starship program, despite being SpaceX's greatest ambition, hasn't been without financial strain. The series of test failures, though ultimately valuable for refining the technology, came with heavy costs. While SpaceX's rockets have grown more reliable, the development of Starship requires significant investment, with some estimates putting the total cost of the program at upwards of $5 billion. Unlike most big companies in the tech and aerospace sectors, SpaceX has remained private. While its competitors like Boeing and Lockheed Martin are publicly traded, SpaceX has kept its share offerings private, which means there's no publicly available stock price. However, that hasn't stopped investors from valuing the company. In 2020, SpaceX was valued at a staggering $46 billion, and by 2023, estimates put that number closer to $137 billion. This makes it one of the most valuable privately held companies in the world. But how does SpaceX continue to raise money without offering shares to the public? The answer lies in private funding rounds. Over the years, SpaceX has raised over $10 billion in capital from private investors, including major firms like Google, Fidelity, and Sequoia Capital. These private funding rounds have allowed SpaceX to expand its operations, develop new technology, and keep building towards its long-term goal of Mars colonization. One of SpaceX's major new revenue streams is its Starlink program. Starlink aims to build a global satellite network to provide high-speed internet access worldwide, especially in remote and underserved areas. As of 2023, SpaceX has already launched thousands of Starlink satellites, and the service is generating millions of dollars in recurring revenue. By 2023, Starlink was bringing in approximately $1 billion in annual revenue, and has the potential to generate billions more in the coming years as the network grows. This could be SpaceX's ticket to financial independence, as it no longer has to rely solely on government contracts or rocket launches to fuel its ambitions. Looking forward, SpaceX's financial future is bright. With its focus on reusable rockets, Starlink, and the ambition to make Mars a reality, SpaceX is positioning itself as a dominant force in the commercial space sector. If they succeed with Starship, the financial rewards could be astronomical. If SpaceX goes public, its valuation could skyrocket, and shares in the company could be worth even more than its current valuation of $137 billion. But for now, SpaceX remains privately funded, with billions of dollars in funding securing its future. From financial struggles to multi-billion-dollar valuation, SpaceX's journey has been as much about navigating the business world as it has been about rockets and space exploration. With ongoing private funding, Starlink's revenue growth, and its long-term goals, SpaceX is reshaping the future of space, and it's doing it with a sound financial strategy. SpaceX has turned its vision into a financial reality, and its journey is far from over. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. Your support really means a lot.